Celtic Dragons yet to put in a full 80-minute display in their opening 2 rounds of the Global Rugby Challenge. It is their first season in the competition, so a lot of eyes are on the side to prove a point. Today they go up against a team that has been hammered by 2 subscriber sides so far. It is the Emirates Lions in round 3, the final game of round 3 in the Global Rugby Challenge. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Script, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the subscriber series, where we are wrapping up round 3 here today with our final match of this round. It's the Celtic Dragons up against the Emirates Lions, a team which has taken a bit of a hammering, but let's talk about the home side first, the Celtic Dragons. Now 2 matches they've played and 2 performances that they will be not too pleased about. The biggest thing again with them, like the All Flakes, is that they have got the W's, which is the only thing that really matters come the end of the day. They really took a long time to get going in their opening game, then they really struggled to get going at all in their second. The starting team for today has had a few changes, so let's go through it here. The front row will start off with Sam Nicol, Arthur Brunso and David O'Callaghan along the front. In the second row, Ethan Nicol gets a new partner in Oscar Connolly, and then to the back row it's the trifecta of Nichols, Cody Nicol, Jordi De Rossi and Frederick Loeb. 2 outstanding last episode as well, last week I should say, the last Celtic or Dragons episode. Loeb picking up pretty much the man of the round from round 2. So we're looking to back that up with another impressive display here today for the Dragons. Into the back line, and it's a start at number 9 for Adam Conway, and he gets a partner from Shane O'Sullivan, who moves in from the wing from last round. It is JP Mukoko that starts at inside centre, with Tom Charles moving to outside centre. On the wings, left side, Randy Mbingo, and on the right, it is Samuel Torrance. At fullback, it'll be Nigel Jonesy, moving from his last start, which was at number 8, so he'll be looking to make his worth known throughout the side as a very versatile player for the Celtic Dragons, who look to go 3 from 3. Their opponents will be the Emirates Lions. Now, things have not gone well for these 2-time Super Rugby finalists in the last couple of years. Big losses in both. 28 points conceded to the Guardians of the Crib. They went down 28-7. And last round to the Flakers, they went down 28-0. The team is unchanged as well. And they'll be looking for a big response. These guys, they look to take the first scalp of a subscriber side in Global Rugby Challenge season number 2. We are all good to go here. It is the Celtic Dragons, you can see on screen now, in the green and black with the white shorts, and it is of course the Lions with the red and black ready to go. It is a big match here, the final match of round 3. The other 3 subscriber sides have all picked up big wins and bonus points as well, so they are looking nicely up the ladder. The Celtic Dragons, though, pressure is on them to respond as the referee gives us the go-ahead. We are underway, and a deep kick too as well from Sullivan. Finds a lot of space down there near the 22 from the Lions. They look to go through the back. Quagga Smith finds ball wide. They cut it straight back inside. And Ross Cronje gets a heavy hit to take him out of action. Quagga Smith once more. Looking to do it himself. Van Rulen, in fact, who takes the contact. Now it's a pick and go. Looking for a little bit of room down that short side. The back of the hand offload was immaculate, but Sam Nicol turns it over and then throws it straight off, intercept ball away. And the Lions get it straight back. Cronje goes back to a big kick from Yankees. And he goes all the way up to halfway. Andros Kutsia gives him a bit of a pat, saying, well done, good kick. Would have done better myself, but alas. Up to halfway. The Celtic Dragons get their first chance from a set piece. It's Brunso that throws in, hits his man Ethan Nicol at the front, and Conway goes straight away to O'Sullivan. He knows the way forward, playing adeptly on the wing as well. Conway quickly, fast recycled ball. Short pass away to Conley, who somehow squirts it out the back. Picked up from McKenna and goes away to Mukoko. Mukoko, all by himself, fires a big ball wide, and Bengo picks it up, finds Ethan Nicol, takes a high shot. A big shoulder charge around the head. And that is a penalty given away from Ross Cronje, the only player in a red jumper we seem to be saying the name of at the moment. And straight away, it is said Jordi De Rossi, captain of the Dragons. Let's take 3. Let's get that scoreboard ticking over. And he hands the ball straight to Shane O'Sullivan. Way out on the left-hand side. Starts it beautifully. Breeze nicely at his back. Helps it on its way. And we have our first points of this match. It is the Celtic Dragons 3, The Emirates Lions, 0. Sponsorship, eh? Why can't they just be the Lions? Back to halfway. Yankees kicks off and the Lions looking to get points back on the board. Sam Nickel goes away to Brunso, who charges through one tackle. Ethan Nickel charges in after him. Here's Conway. He's got numbers. And Bingo got the ball a bit early. He gets it from Mukoko. Mukoko looks wide. Oh no, he doesn't. Looks straight behind him. Frederick Loeb. It's a fun race. Loeb to the corner. Loeb will do it. And that caps off another great start to the match for the Celtic Dragons. Not to be outdone. Last week was brilliant, but this one could be even better. Well, you've got to credit Mukoko. He could have gone himself, but Kutsi has smashed him. Look at Ross Cronje. He was chasing hard, and he was gaining well, but he just did not quite have enough. The other chaser, of course, was, I think, it looked like Dreyer, but yeah, it was there, just to the right side of Loeb. No chance there for him. Dreyer left for dust. Loeb has a bit of speed about him. Another 10 metres. Cronje could have had other things to say. Quickly, the game has changed. 0-0 for almost quarter of an hour. And now we have 8 unanswered points. And O'Sullivan will look to make it 10 from the sideline. You can count that as well. Great kick from O'Sullivan. And the Celtic Dragons lead 10-0 over the Lions. I'm just calling them the Lions now. I think I've done enough advertising for Emirates in my time. This one's going to be the Lions of the Dragons. Sounds way more epic. Here comes Yankees kicking off, and the Dragons receiving another kick-off. A good chase this time from the Lions. And Brunso! Woohoo, this time, not so lucky. Lions, you've got to say they had a good start. They had a lot of possession. Now intercept. And it's a nice one too from guess who? Yeah, Cronje in the action yet again. Waiting over it. A big pass wide. And they look to open play. Mapu tries to slither his way through, but it comes back for the Lions. Now, here comes Quacks. There's so much room here on the left side. They quickly distribute. It's going to be a chance here. Left side, Skozan goes high. Skozan chases as well. Up they all go. And Brunso picks it up. Nickel. Oh, terrible pass. Give it back to Skozan. Got to be a turnover here. It is for Torrance. He's got to get rid of this. Surely he's gone wide. Mukoko. Well, the little man just pumps this downfield. And Kutsia takes it in. Finds a way to Cronje, and they keep it alive through Van Ruin. Release. Once again, the Lions, they have to start again 26 minutes in. And oh, that is a big tackle there. And eventually, they go to ground wide. Keeping the options alive here once again for the Lions. Great tackle there on Smith. But quickly it pops back again for the Lions. Here's a pick and go from Franco Mostert. He couldn't get any way through there either. Another pick and go. This time it's Quagga Smith. Gets away from one Quagga Smith. Release. And quickly the Dragons are all over this one, but they do not find it. It's well received there by the Lions. A lot of time in control of this match now. Smith again. Oh, short ball, Van Ruin gets it out wide. Nice open one, keeping things nicely in touch. Forster eventually goes out to Yankees, who knocks it on. What a way to cap that off. Skozan turns it over, but there is out to Yankees. Mistake by one of the most influential players on the side. And we had Skozan with it. Crowd. And struggling to keep up was Samuel Torrance as well. He would have hoped for better. Scrum feed. Well, Conway, oh, that's turned over. It's a big shove by the Lions pack. Oh, look at this side. The Dragons, not to be outdone. They take a couple of phases back and they return the favour. Away to Charles. First real touch we've mentioned of him. Oh, Mukoko missed it. Back to Conway, who smacks this one high. Down the left-hand side, there's a big chase coming in from O'Callaghan and Nickel. And there's a few others here as well for the Dragons, looking for a bit of territory. Lions get it back. Taking in the tackle, and Bingo's got work to do! And Bingo makes a statement. Hasn't had the chance on attack, Randy and Bingo, but boy, he made it pay in defence right there. You don't really see the full crouch flurry of the hit there, but otherwise it was a great knock. Set. And speaking of knocks, it knocked the ball right out of the hands. Once again, Yankees. second scrum of the match, and last time we seen a big double whammy from the two sides, one each. Well, the Dragons to eventually come away with it. What have they got in turn this time? It's Loeb, the try scorer, who he takes on the first contact he sees as well. The ball is desperately spat out wide, and De Rossi, as the captain, does so well, just takes the ball forward. Conway fires another terrible pass, and Torrance has to make something of it. There's no one there for the Celtic Dragons yet. Somehow he comes back. Here's Connolly. Goodness me, the man is an extra steam train. Here's Sam Nicol though. He's got room out wide. It's Randy and Bingo. What a time to score. And Bingo will put it down. Oh, will he? Oh my goodness, only just for the Celtic Dragons. And they go into half time in a commanding lead. 2 tries and the penalty. It's 15-0. Kick to come. Randy and Bingo finally get something to celebrate here for the outside backs. Boy, he tiptoed down that sideline and he tried to get every little centimetre he could, and he realised, oh no, I'm going to go into touch. He had to put it down, but how about that run? Who was that? Connolly, I think, or don't quite remember. O'Callaghan or Connolly, it was one of those two. Slow as a meat truck. But got the pass away, took out the defender. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Someone's got to be tackled. And well played from the Celtic Dragons. Under the pump in a couple of stages throughout this game. But they've got to say they've responded really, really well too. Here's O'Sullivan. Another shot at goal. And another 2 points for the Dragons. This is emphatic. This is what we've been waiting for by this new look side. 17-0. They've come to half time. And, well, you got to say the Lions season has been terrible. Without much other word to describe it, a team you'd expect to be up there with the best. They've been nothing short of, well, short of the pace, really. That's all you can describe them as. 17-0, but the Lions have had the possession, 54% in the territory, 59%. They've given away mistakes, but look at handling errors, 10-2. The Celtic Dragons have made 8 more errors. Further on down, line breaks even. Yes, the Dragons made 4, Lions just 2, but still you'd expect a couple of line breaks, decent ones at that. They should have put at least 1 try away in some part of that first half. They need to come out of the gates firing to get back into this game, or the Celtic Dragons will just easily stroll away with their most comfortable victory yet. They'll be happy to the fans, though. The good first half is something they've struggled to do so far in Season 2. Back to a man who has been, indifferent in his form. A couple of uncharacteristic knock-ons, one may say, as it's easily taken in by the Dragons. And Sam Nicol says, I'll have a bit of a scamper here, boys. Give me the ball. Conway looks wide for him. Bingo, who got his first try. He's looking for number 2. The defender's on. He's wiped out, but Mukoko is flying. No one picks it up. Tom Charles. Well done, Tom Charles. The cool, calm head says, I'll just slide on this. I'll clean it up. Here's O'Callaghan. Trying to do some fancy footwork, a bit unlike him. Here's Conway, keeping it tight. Here's Cody Nicol. Tried to do something fancy. The blindside flank it. And here's another run. It's another one. Oh, it's a good one too from Charles. Charles picks up. Charles goes in. That is elusiveness at its best. He was tripped, he slid, he fell. He wasn't held, he wasn't tackled. He got up, he had another go. And Tom Charles scores a great try for the Dragons. And we talk about it so often. Either side of halftime is the time to score. Terrible effort there from Cronje, but you got to say, what the hell was Ackerman doing? He could have easily made that tackle on Charles, but did he expect the pass? What did he want there? Great ball from Charles. And there's Ackerman just like, are you going to pass? No. Okay. Head in hands. Head in hands from the Lions. They've really been no good today at all. O'Sullivan back in front of the post again. 46 gone, and this one, you've got to say, for the Lions has gone as well. 3 tries, 1 more for the bonus point, which is exactly what the Celtic Dragons will be after. 24-0 was the score. O'Sullivan, a tidy haul so far. 9 points to his name. Well, what do the Lions have to do? They've got to recover their season somehow. Goodness me, up goes Yankees again. It sits up for another ball, poor pass, but here is Mukoko, who has been Mukokoing everything. He's taken it down this time, could see it as well. Looking for a little goal. He goes for a little chip over the top. He was looking for the open space, which just closes the kick come away. Yankees has kicked that. Open play like that out in Yankees. You've got to hang on to the ball. Don't nod your head. That's disgusting play. You're behind by, 24 points? You've got to run those. There was a clean line break there if he just carried on going. He could have been a way of support on the outside. To the front go the Dragons. So Sullivan, he's going to look for a safety of some territory. He smashes away, and could see he's got a long way to go back. But he replies with a kick of his own. Down there for Jonesy. And fullback. He is a monster of a man, but he's done well.
Advantage.
A very good goal. Advantage. Conway went for the tackle. And fair play to him as well.
Release.
Over the top goes Oscar Connolly. Still advantage here for the Lions. It's Ross Cronje, who has been just terrible today. Puts another ball away. Yankees. Oh, that's nice from Yankees. Still Rossi's got a lot to do. And Bengo's got a lot to do. But how does he call that back? He was gone. Smith was gone. That was a try to the Lions. He's pulled it back. He was almost in the 22. How do you pull that back? The referee has had him here. The Lions should be absolutely spewing right now. You'd say that he shouldn't abuse the referee, but goodness me, I could forgive them if they were right now. There was a try, and a try they needed as well. Lions pull it down and they maul it forward. A good maul too on the back of Franco Mostert. Now they use it as there for Trier. They look left side. Looking to bust through his Yankees again. Oh, he's isolated here. Ethan Nichols says thanks, I'll take that. And now they look to fire it wide. Another terrible pass. And another one. Low away to Torrance. Over then he goes to Sam Nicol. Still numbers out wide. And it's Tom Charles once more. He chips over the top. Floating with the sideline. Tom Charles to get it. No. Well taken. Covering back there is Smith. And Charles is all over the ball as well. Wrapped him up. The referee says he's got to release the player. Yankees gets it away. Oh my goodness. That's a massive tackle on Van Ruin. Short side. They come back, go open. And now the offloads as they change directions several times. And through goes Van Ruin. It's got to be a Lions try. How do you butcher that? It was 4-on-1. Nigel Jonesy is having really the luck of his life. The Lions couldn't score a try if there were any players on the field. Celtic Dragons could just go home right now and it wouldn't matter. The Lions wouldn't be able to find their way to the try line. Turnover ball, Brunson does well. O'Sullivan, he's in open field now. He's looking for support. Oh my goodness. Well, that just caps it off. And you got to say, this position right now, 3 tries on the board. Lions giving away penalties all over the place, but the Dragons, there's some changes come on. Ridlingay's on for Jaya. That is on the tight end side of the front row. And already on for Ferreira as well. But 3 tries and more changes. Cronje off for Combrink. Well, I don't disagree because Cronje has been terrible. So Combrink can only add a little bit of spark. But given the circumstances here, they've got to go for touch. And look for that 4th try. O'Sullivan slaps it to the corner. He goes about 10 metres out. And a good chance now to attack. He's been solid today, is O'Sullivan. What do they opt for here? The Celtic Dragons. 5-man line out's the call. Connolly and Nicol. Oh, and they've been pinged. That is not straight. Unbelievable mistake there from Arthur Brousseau. He's been so good all day today. But that one is almost unforgivable as they chase
Crouch.
That 4-try bonus point. There is just 4 minutes to go.
Set.
That's the only thing they're chasing because this result, well, to be fair, was over before the game began. Good scrum by the Lions. It's probably the only thing that they can take any confidence from. They take on the first wave and it's kicked straight away. Jonesy can't quite chase it enough and almost slips over trying to catch it over his head. Yankees gives Vorster a bit of an okay job there, but let's be completely honest about this. Their tactics have been so far off the scale here. Here's O'Sullivan. Inside ball to Nicol, goes back outside to Loeb, over the head to Brousseau, keeps it in for Torrance. Here's Sam Nicol again, keeps it alive for O'Callaghan. The big man is rolling. Oh, another high tackle. This is disgusting, by the Lions. O'Callaghan's just picked it up, and Bingo has a go. Conway, still going Conway. Meets heavy resistance. A few players jump in. Here's Frederick Loeb away to De Rossi. Those two forging a nice combination in this back row of the Celtic Dragons. Here is O'Callaghan again, away to Cody Nicol, pops it away to Mukoko. Mukoko's been brilliant, he looks wide, it's there, O'Sullivan, bonus point try! And that is enough to get excited about for the Celtic Dragons. They have put in one hell of a display here. They have shut out the Lions, who hasn't, but they have scored 4 tries, which has been the toughest ask. The Lions have wasted so much time, so much ball, so much possession that the Celtic Dragons could have played with, but deservedly so. Shane O'Sullivan dots down with yet another piece of brilliance. Mukoko through the middle, that was the creation, but how about that pass? Mukoko, thank you very much. That was a genius. To think that little guy can play in the forward pack as well, Mukoko. He is a danger to any opposition for the Celtic Dragons. O'Sullivan will look to cap off a brilliant day at the office for himself and for his team. Over goes the conversion. Flawless. Absolutely flawless from the Dragons. Do we want to talk about the Lions? I don't really think so. I can't see them doing anything this season. 3 times now they have faced the subscriber side, and 3 times they've been pumped. Absolutely pumped. The Celtic Dragons take the points, all 5 of them as well, and they go back up to where they belong, near the top of the table. The Lions, though, well, they're still going to play one other subscriber side, which that day hopefully doesn't come very soon, because they are not a challenge to these teams. I hope that they can find some way back, find something to get excited about, find something to be happy about, but they have not been up to the standard we expect in the Global Rugby Challenge. 31-0. I mean, at least get a try or 2, Lions. The other teams have. At least meet that requirement. Around where most of the sides have won it quite easily, 31-0 just puts the dot on the exclamation mark. 4 tries, 4 conversions, and the penalty goal. A bit of respect in that penalty goal against the Lions, but you got to say, end of the day, the Dragons were far too strong. Frederick Loeb scored 1, as did Shane O'Sullivan, Randy and Bingo, and Tom Charles, who had a really, really good second half, picking up a try. He created another, and he was just overall a really destructive player. Very good defensively as well from Charles, so impressive. Maybe an option for Team of the Week in the centres from the Celtic Dragons. And Bingo pretty good as well. O'Sullivan, could you argue against him picking on Team of the Week, number 10 jumper? 4 out of 4 from the conversions, and 1 out of 1 penalty goals as well. As for the Lions, like I said, don't want to talk about them, just donuts. In the stats, well, the Dragons turned around in the second half. Really, the Lions had the better first, yet they trailed convincingly. Second was all the Dragons. 59 possession, 55% of territory, high tackles. That was just dreadful. Their scrum was good to the Lions, I'll give them that. But overall, they were just nowhere near where they need to be. The Dragons far too good. And let's say, yeah, an 80-minute display, you'd give them that. So that is round 3 completed. We have played all 4 matches for all 4 subscriber sides. You can see there is a first, and then a 4th. So 3 teams unable to be separated at the top of the table. The Dragons, the Guardians, and the Flakers. The All Flakes trail behind them by just the 1 bonus point. But remember, we are 2 rounds away. So 4 and 5 are AI versus subsides. Round 6 and on, there will be at least, well, there is, every round there's 1 subscriber side versus subscriber side matchup from round 6 until the playoffs. They are going to decide this competition and who goes top of the table. So I cannot wait for those to get underway. Until then, though, it is plain sailing so far for the subscriber sides. Next match of round 4, though, the first of round 4, is the Guardians, who open up the round for the first time. We only seen them last episode, but they are back next in action up against the Wasps, who I'm pretty sure we haven't played the Wasps yet. I could be wrong on that, but Clermont was the first time. Let's take a bit of a look here at the table. Lions, God, they're terrible. Scarlet's terrible. Exeter Chiefs, terrible. Those guys don't deserve to even be in this competition. Crusaders, Wasps, they're probably the only ones who are going to challenge us going forward. Unbelievable these teams just not been up to the standard of the subscriber sides, but still early days. A loss here or there could change things drastically for those top 4 teams. Dragons, Guardians and Flakers all on 14, all Flakes on 13. They've missed out on 1 bonus point, 2 bonus points so far from the opening 3 games. Crusaders, Wasps 10 and 9, 2 and 1, definitely still within a shout of getting into this game. Fixtures for round 4, we see Toulon has already taken out the Exeter Chiefs 34-12. Then Wasps host Guardians, Scarlets host All Flakes, Clermont host Flakers. Lions will play the Crusaders. Should be a win there for the Crusaders. And Munster will host the Dragons. So, overall, should be an exciting round. Home advantage maybe will make a difference for these sides. So just check in here that we haven't played Wasps yet. I see they played the Chiefs there. They played Clermont there. And in round 1, yeah, they played Munster. So we have not faced the Wasps yet, which is sure to be exciting. That does wrap us up, though, for the completion of round 3. Now, remember, following this episode, we will be having the Team of the Week, which is where you guys kind of culminate together, if you haven't seen it yet, and to make the best team from performances over round 3. We've already had 2 already, so check those out if you haven't and see how exactly it works. But pretty much, you make a comment, say who you think was a standout from each match, and they go heavily into consideration for who I put into Team of the Week. So remember, your thoughts count more than mine. So if you think someone was a standout, let me know, and they pretty much will be guaranteed into the Team of the Week if I agree on their performances as well. So let me know what your thoughts are and who deserves to be there from the Celtic Dragons as they pummeled the woeful Lions yet again. 3 big losses on the trot for the Lions. Don't want to see them again for a long, long time. But that is me for today. Thanks for tuning, watching. I hope you're enjoying the subscriber series. Another big win, but is very close to when these sides will meet. So until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all for Team of the Week, round number 3. Until then, take care.